Hi everyone, welcome to Elephant in the Room, a platform that we are going to use to un-taboo infertility conversations. My name is Phiona Nanozi Ngoga and I am the founder of Rainbow Hearts Foundation. I'm very happy to be here because we are going to share, we are going to learn from each other, we are going to just discuss all topics that people have told us are taboos to discuss in society. That's what we are going to do. And I think most of us have heard about the idiom elephant in the room. According to Wikipedia, elephant in the room is an expression of an important or enormous topic, question, or controversial issue that is obvious or that everyone knows about, but no one mentions because it makes at least some of them uncomfortable and is personally, socially, and politically embarrassing, controversial, or dangerous. This is really what we are dealing with: infertility. This is something that people know about it. We all know about it. We all know that infertility exists in our community, but no one really wants to have these discussions with anyone. So that's really why we're here. We're going to talk about everything elephant in the room. But let's first go to the definition of infertility. Infertility is described as the failure of a couple to conceive within 12 months of having regular unprotected intercourse. And also, statistics have shown that 34 million of the 48.5 million couples suffering from infertility are in developing countries. Here we are. Uganda is among the developing countries really suffering from infertility. And when you live in a community or a society where the fertility rates are very high, and where society has told us that the main role of a woman is to give birth, I mean, you feel like your body is failing you because it cannot perform this one function that people have told it should perform. So you just feel like, a failure from every angle, from every aspect of life. And also, society has not been very kind on how it really goes about this, because they really ask questions about, questions that I feel sometimes are really personal, or it's even questions that you shouldn't ask, really. So, because the thing is, you don't know what someone is going through. Sometimes someone is going through, like fertility cycle. Someone has probably just had a failed IVF cycle. Someone has just had a miscarriage. Someone has just had like a stillbirth. And then you're asking them questions about, don't you want to have kids? Or when are you going to get pregnant? Or have you seen a doctor? So I think it's just about just being polite, or just having that fertility etiquette, as they call it, to just know what to ask and what not to ask. But anyway, we are going to get into these conversations like in other episodes, where we shall really dive into fertility etiquette, questions to talk, things to talk about and things not to talk about. And also, I feel like the society has not been kind, especially to the women, because the infertility stigma is heavily on the women. Because if a couple is failing to conceive, most times it's going to be the woman's problem, in quotes. And if there's any advice, or if there are any questions that are going to be asked, they're really going to be directed to why isn't the woman going to the hospital, or why isn't the woman getting any kind of help. If it's about basically, if there is a problem, or if there's a challenge with fertility in a couple, it's most likely going to be the woman's problem. So I feel like the stigma is really heavy on the women. And these are some of the topics that we are going to be having, to just talk about infertility and really how it is a disease of both the male and the female reproductive systems. So I would like to introduce Rainbow Hearts Foundation to you, and what we are here to do. So Rainbow Hearts Foundation was established with the aim of helping people who are suffering from infertility. And we have three main objectives. The first objective is to really educate and create awareness. We want to educate from even us who are suffering from infertility to the general public about what infertility is, because we are still living in a society where we think that infertility is a curse, or someone has bewitched you and things like that. So what we really want to do is to break that stigma on infertility, because if we know really that infertility is a disease of the reproductive system, then we'll deal with it differently. The second objective is to create access to mental health support. Now, I don't know how much help is available right now, but all I know is that I did not get any mental health support as I went through my fertility treatment or as I walked my fertility journey. So really what we are trying to do is to create that space where people who are suffering from infertility can be able to talk to someone, get the advice that they need, even before they go on to these journeys that, let me say, like fertility treatments and stuff. Or, I mean, first, infertility really brings about a lot of like mental stress. Someone is going to be depressed, it lowers your self-esteem. There are several mental disorders that you're really going to suffer from. So what we want to do, or what we are trying to do, is to create access to mental health support for those going through infertility. The third objective is to create access to fertility medical interventions. So we just want to educate the public that in Uganda we actually have specialized fertility clinics, specialized fertility hospitals, and in those hospitals there are specialized fertility doctors. So yes, several doctors are going to have a bit of information about infertility because I'm sure they study it in school, but then the depth of really what should be done, I think really it's the fertility doctors who know about it. And I have seen people who have really wasted time with several doctors. I mean, you're having challenges, you go to a doctor, they're going to recommend medicine, they're going to tell you to do A, B, C, D, but really you're wasting time. And by the time you actually discover that there's a fertility clinic somewhere, they are now telling you that either your eggs are not viable anymore, or I mean, you've wasted a lot of time somewhere else. So really what we are trying to do is to tell people that there are specialized fertility hospitals that you can go to and get some help. Once again, I am excited to do this platform. I am excited to share with you, and we are going to have several people come on here. We are going to have testimonies. We are going to have people share their stories with us. We are going to have specialists like fertility doctors and counselors who are really going to talk to us about infertility and its impact on mental health. So share with your friends, share with your family, share with your workmates, because you never know, someone next to you might actually need this information. It's Phiona once again from Rainbow Hearts Foundation, and this is Elephant in the Room, a platform that is going to be used to un-taboo infertility conversations. See you next time.